to the Neverland Book Club. Today's a little bit different. We're not in our reading room, we're not in our house, we're not in our city. We're in our state though, but not for long. Pablo and I are on a bit of a little road trip, and we thought, why not sprinkle a little bit of bookish content into our little 1 week vacation. So we are in Ojai, California, at a bookshop called Bart's Books.
This is said to be the world's largest outdoor bookstore.
Outdoor.
This looks like someone just
turned their house into a bookstore. Yeah.
Yes, it looks like a house that those turned into.
It's a residential area, and it's a block in from the main street.
This would never be allowed in LA.
No. Let's go.
Oh, you wanted to tell what's what we're doing?
I said we're on a road trip. Oh, that's right. On this little road trip, Pablo was like, we could listen to a book. And I, of course, said, why not listen to Akhtar? Because I want him to feel the same feelings that I felt when I read it. And I'm going to be very disappointed if he doesn't like it. But we're listening to specifically the graphic audio. I'm really enjoying it, and it's very interesting rereading it after knowing everything that I know about not just this world, but the other worlds.
That means nothing to me yet.
I know, not yet.
But so far I would say the way the voice acting is done, it feels very video gamey. You can almost see the characters, and then it like zooms into the person and you hear them talking.
What is your business here?
The hunting thing would be the tutorial, and then
you get some world building at the market. But do you like it so far? I warned you that it's going to be slow in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean even the pacing seems like of a well story driven video game, like it would take you about this long to get into it.
Okay, let's go.
Anything you recognize? How much are these?
I don't know.
What's this?
This seems like, well, Nur in Arabic means light, so that seems interesting.
You gonna get it?
Maybe. This is so cool. I can't imagine being outdoors is really good for the books.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the heat, the rain.
Yeah, whatever it is. I mean, they're covered. Are they all cheaper? No, not really. That's crazy. It's like a book ATM, you know, outside.
Yeah, that's really cool. I've never seen anything like that.
What'd you get?
Heat stroke. This was a used bookstore, but the prices were not used book prices. And then they gave us little bookmarks that have quotes on them. I lived in books more than I lived anywhere else. Neil Gaiman. Neil, same. Which is why I'm trying to travel. At the bookstore that I like going to, the used bookstore, they have the prices on the back, and these don't.
Yeah.
So I didn't know we were going to spend over $50 on 4 books.
And this one was 50 cents.
But this one was 50 cents because it was one of the outside books when you first walk in. I require food and a cooling system.
Where are we going to next?
Now we're going to Monterey. Are we going to any bookstores in Monterey? No?
There are no books in Monterey. Never can in the trolley with you, but...
There are no books in Monterey.
Yeah.
Only jet skis.
Here we go!
It's the next day. These little things are microphones so you can hear us. So we went to Monterey and we stayed one night and we did nothing but sleep because we got there pretty late. We woke up and we're on the road again. Where are we going?
We're gonna make a quick detour stop at Temple of Wisdom, let's call it.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Yeah, something like that. We're gonna stop at Apple HQ.
It's called Apple Park. But then we're gonna go to a bookstore.
Yes, according to some searches, it is one of the more popular San Francisco bookstores. We'll go to more, but we don't have as much as we wanted to.
We're already behind schedule. We're trying to get to Lake Tahoe. That's our next destination. That's where we're going to sleep tonight, and that's where we're going to spend the day tomorrow, and then we're off to our next place. So we're reading A Court of Thorns and Roses, the graphic audio. How do you like it?
It's enjoyable.
god. Alright, anyway.
Gets the... whoa! Well, I'm gonna pass you before the other one falls.
God. Some furniture went flying off of a pickup truck. Very Final Destination. Anyway, as for actual books to be read, I stocked up on a few like Kindle Unlimited stuff that isn't that interesting or fantastic because it's travel friendly, but I thought I'd read a little bit of this, which I am very much enjoying so far, and I have a lot of thoughts, a lot of things to say, but that'll come later. And for Pablo, I brought...
Water.
Oh, hold on, you're on FaceTime. Oh, there's a car right here. Water!
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, what's that?
We're from LA.
For Pablo, I brought Red Rising, and for me, I brought like 4 different books, because I know I'm going to read a lot. We'll check back in later. Love you, bye-bye.
Whoa.
Can't you use your magic?
No, not for major damage. Once, but not any longer.
The audio is probably worse because we took off our microphones, but there it is, the Infinite Wisdom Tower. This is the visitor center. It is basically one giant Apple store. Oh, this looks like it might be like a diagram of the whole, which I don't know if we can go see it because there's nobody there. There are employees over there, and I'm gonna stop recording because there are people there.
Of course, all of these are available to you in the Apple Store app or Apple.com/today. Great time for you to get it.
Oh. I was like, something's on my foot. It was just a leaf.
We're zoomed in. It's probably just like this much.
Hello, we are in Lake Tahoe now, and we got in last night, pretty late, and it was a bit of a nightmare, but we figured it out. We finished half of Avatar in the car. We have the other half to go, which we will be listening to tomorrow, mostly on the way home, but we're stopping in Vegas first before we go all the way back home.
Just a small little detour.
Small detour to Vegas, just for a night. This is beautiful.
This is Emerald Bay in Lake Tahoe. Wait, you can't switch the thing with recording?
Yeah, you can.
No, switch the angle.
What?
I want to show the other side.
Oh, no, not while recording.
That's lame. This is a pro model. You want to go to a little update?
Give us a little update. We're gonna go for a little hike, hopefully find a castle, and we found some water here. And those cars keep scaring me, so that's my update.
See the rock being like...
Held very lightly by the tree,
Yeah.
and it could shift at any moment.
It kind of looks like the...
Scary trees.
There's this cool feature on Android that I discovered today. I read that it's only on newer ones that have that have Bluetooth 5.0 and Android 10 Plus, I think. But you can play on 2 Bluetooth devices at the same time. So we're listening
To
on
the
our own earpods to part 2 of... What is it?
Avatar.
Yeah. And we're also on a hike, which is very interesting.
And there are people coming.
There's people coming,
so shame.
Shame. The only thing is that some of the sounds, because there's a lot of like walking sounds and stuff and nature sounds. There was like a water sound at some point, and you don't know it's
Because
from
we're
the
listening
hike.
to the graphic audio
Right, so you
specifically.
don't know if it's from the hike or from real life. Listening to something very naturey while on a nature walk enhances the experience.
Like, as Afeira is out in the woods, and we're out in the woods, it's like, oh,
But
we're right there with her.
Definitely a cool experience to do with someone else, but you could also do it alone. Where are you going?
And you go to the faraway tree.
Don't do it, Nado.
A boogity boo.
Please don't attack me.
Oh my god. It sees us. Is that Alcatraz?
Huh?
Is that Alcatraz?
What do you think? Little hike.
I think it's beautiful. We should do this more often.
There's no greenery in the way.
Yeah. It's all brown trails. I really like the time of day we came. It's like perfect right now. The weather is nice, it's not too hot. The sun isn't out burning us. It's great. And now I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah.
So where are we going for dinner?
Let's try some scallops.
Scallops?
Yeah.
Scallop. I like the way he says it. Scallop.
We're in Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, we're gonna go eat at Hell's Kitchen, which is, it just happens
Not
to
the
be.
original one, but
No, it just happens to be in
apparently
our.
there's a chain.
It happens to be in the lobby of our
Hotel.
hotel. Thank you. I can't think. And then tomorrow, when we're in Vegas, we're gonna go to the other one for burgers. So we're gonna see maybe what tastes better.
So we're to a part where they're like being very touchy.
Oh, in the graphic audio?
And
Yeah.
it's interesting. Because it's very
Macaroni sounds.
loud. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, I've never
see
listened to a graphic audio where there's like love scenes or kissing scenes or anything like that. I listened to a few, one of them being The Sandman, which was really cool, but nothing like this. And this is very interesting and a bit weird. So
we'll see how it develops.
we also haven't had much time to read this whole trip.
You know, we're on vacation.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Oh. Oh dear God. There are red ants all over. Red ants.
So what's going on?
I don't know where we are, but we're on our way to Vegas and we found this little creek. We discovered it.
It's never been here.
No one else has ever been here, even though there's evidence of a fire pit over there. We've been discussing our read of A Court of Thorns and Roses because we're at the part now where she's back home with her family after being with Tamlin in the Spring Court. Thoughts?
So I mentioned that
Pablo thinks Feyre is whiny.
I feel like Feyre is a little whiny. There's a lot of people complain about her choices, and I'm saying.
Let's move this way so they
and
can see it.
she kind of said it too, that like she doesn't really have much of a say in a lot of the things.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm
It's
saying
that.
I feel like a lot of people, including me, on your first read of the first book, Feyre is not exactly the best in that she doesn't really make the choices, the decisions that you would, and you're like, excuse me, woman, what are you doing?
I haven't felt that necessarily yet.
I wasn't saying let's leave. I was saying like turn so they can see the river in the background.
Oh, I think we should leave.
Okay.
I don't know if I've been in a position where I'm like, wow, that is so not the choice I would make in that position. Because I stand by the thing where she's not in a position to make choices. So, and that's maybe a symptom of it being too descriptive. I think it's also maybe a symptom of hearing it, although people read faster than they're going through it. Because you're like, oh, it's been months. And it
No,
feels
she
like,
says that though.
Yeah, but it feels like maybe because being read.
Kind of like when you binge a TV series.
Kind of,
and you're like,
yeah. And it's like, oh, it's been years for them, and it's been 2 sittings for me.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
Probably, yeah.
But it feels like she flip-flops a little bit with her positions too easily. That's how I feel. I don't know. Let's go. We'll talk more in a second. Like, how long did it take you to read the first book?
About a week.
Okay, and so far, well, we're half, right? Or a little more than
A
half?
little more than half, I'd say, yeah.
And it's been 3 days, 4 days, something like that. It's gonna be about the same then.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll likely finish it on our way home tomorrow.
Yeah, because it feels like yesterday she was complaining a lot about wanting to go home. And then, now she gets the opportunity to go home, it's like, I don't want that at all.
It's been months.
But it's not just about like, oh, I changed my position. Maybe she acknowledged it. Maybe that's part of it. That there's no acknowledgement of like, oh, I felt like that a month ago, and now I feel like this because of this.
Okay, then
But-
you're gonna not like.
But it feels a little. I don't know how to describe it. And she seemed really ungrateful when she got there, which like, yeah, whatever. Okay.
Was Belle ungrateful when the beast took her?
No, because it was slightly different though.
No, it was exactly the same.
No,
it was exactly
the
the
beast
same.
helped the family and make sure everything else was like. Really
She doesn't
well
know
taken care
that.
of.
She didn't know that at that point.
But she did. Even when she found out, she was still super ungrateful about everything.
No, you're wrong. I've read it like 4 times. We're charging in the middle of nowhere, but we found a McDonald's. So we got a bit of food yesterday. What did we eat yesterday?
Oh, we went to Hell's Kitchen.
We went to Hell's Kitchen in Lake Tahoe. What was the best part of the meal? We had scallops to begin with, because he's always asking, where are the scallops? So we wanted to know what the big deal was
He's
about
very
that.
critical about it.
Yeah, he's very critical about scallops. Second course was crispy skin salmon on a bed of lentils and
was
fennel
really
salad. That was really, really good. But then the last bit we had, and we got it free because we waited a really long time, was a sticky toffee pudding. That's what it's called. But us Americans, we think pudding and we think something liquidy. Because pudding is basically just dessert in other places.
Really?
Yeah, I would describe it more as like a cake, like a very soggy cake.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But it had pecan ice cream on top, and it was fantastic.
So could you call Tres Leches cake a pudding?
Kind of, yeah. I think Tres Leches cake would be more of a pudding because it's so moist, yeah. It's one of my favorite cakes. My hair is struggling, my skin is struggling. I am struggling.
But look at these mountains.
But yeah, look at these mountains. I can't turn it around. It's hot. Oh, okay, and the book, we just got to the part where she comes back into Prythian and everything's being revealed. Alice is telling her the whole story of Amarantha and Jurian and Clythia and all of that's going on. And I am so excited to get to the good stuff.
I do have a comment. The Beauty and the Beast thing is like is pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, the themes are obvious, but they're kind of like straying away from that, like as the story goes on.
And right now they made like a giant U-turn, so like, no, this is literally just Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Well, but this is where it breaks off.
Yeah. Okay.
This is where it breaks off though from Beauty and the Beast, because there's like.
But I was like, okay, I was like, oh, there's a Beauty and the Beast themes. Oh, okay, it's not that. Oh, it is that. Okay, got it.
I hope you like the ending. I hope you're really paying attention.
Didn't you read
and
another
like
book?
retaining all of it.
With Beauty and the Beast.
Why would you tell them that? I wasn't gonna talk about that on my channel.
Oh, we're gonna miss it.
Oh. Did it cross?
Yeah.
It crossed. Can't see anything. Oh, come on. There it is. We made it. Where are we?
We're right from Dick's.
Oh.
Sporting Goods.
I thought you meant the Trump Tower.
Oh, there's a Dick's in front of the Trump Tower.
We made it to Vegas. How many hours did we drive today? Because we started at 9:30 in the morning and it is now 6 p.m. We have 9% and we need to find a charger. We finished the book.
Oh yeah.
We finished the book. I'm really excited and happy that we finished the book. And I asked Paul, do you want to do the second one right now? And he was like, no. How did you like listening to a full audiobook though?
That's cool. I definitely like the dramatization one.
Yeah.
Probably better than
Than a regular one?
yeah. Well, the characters are like a lot easier to keep track of. And,
Yeah.
and
So we are staying at the Venetian. I've been to Vegas many times as a child, but never over the age of 21. So it's going to be interesting to walk around and actually be able to walk around freely. Because when you're a kid, you can't go on certain floors. Who is your favorite character?
ooh, that's a good question. That's an amazing question. Honestly,
Because I know you didn't like Farah.
honestly, maybe Lucian.
A lot of people say that.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people say that. A lot of people say that they like Lucian because he's very likable in the first book.
Oh, you said I'm gonna like Farah more later.
Yes.
I based on what I've heard you talk about, I kind of feel like I won't. Wait, Nado, where are we going?
In the Venetian.
Well, don't say that yet. It's an endless hall.
Yeah, here we are. Here we are. Okay. Oh my god. Oh wow.
That's the bathroom. That's a bed. That's a living room.
Wow. Hello.
Oh, good Sophie. Oh,
2 TVs.
2 TVs.
Yeah. Let's see what the view looks like.
We can see all the roofs.
We should have stayed here longer.
Yeah, but now I don't want to get out of here because, like, you know, it's kind of horrible outside.
It is horrible outside.
Like, this is nice, but
I
it's...
want to go get the Gordon Ramsay fish and chips and come back here.
Okay.
Because if you could be in a state like this, why would you leave? I want to go in the bathroom. Come.
Yeah.
Come in the toilet.
Oh.
Because fancy people. Oh, there's a phone in the toilet.
What the fuck?
Act like you've been somewhere before. This is nothing.
It's alright.
I didn't even see the mirror. Yeah, it's fine. It's alright.
We're not dressed for the occasion.
Yeah, not at all. We're in Vegas.
We're checking out.
We're checking out. We're in Vegas, but we're about to leave our hotel and go explore, and then head home. But we finished the book. We finished the whole book. I don't remember what we talked about when we did the last video.
We're talking about, like, the characters and stuff. But we'll do that when we get back in the car, probably. We'll do a little update.
No, we should do this more often. We don't go on vacation very often. The last vacation we took was our honeymoon, and it was that was less time than this whole trip. That was like a 3-day trip. Let's go explore outside. It is 107 degrees outside. Bless you.
Hey! Hey, let's go.
We're at a rest stop. We're actually at a gas station in a Tesla, so that's funny. But we stopped here for some Gatorade because it's too hot. And on our way home, it's really, really hot. But we are almost there. Maybe 3-4 more hours to go. Look at that tongue. Look at that tongue. Shabaloo! Now we are in another Tesla charging station, but this one's super. There's like, I don't know how many are here, maybe 50. Well, are we gonna listen to a book on the way home? No!
No, you want to?
I downloaded a Murakami book, South of the Border, West of the Sun. I think that's what it's called. That's the one that I downloaded. And we got crack. If you ever had a blue Gatorade, you know what I'm talking about. They're the best. It's the best flavor, especially when it's really, really hot out.
Tired,
Yeah, you have to be really tired and it has to be really hot out.
Otherwise, you're like, it's just like.
Yeah. But I like it.
So we're talking about.
I don't know.
I was saying that you said people don't like. This was like the main thing I think was that you said people don't like Feyre in the first book, but that she comes around, and based on what I've seen and what I've heard you talk about the other books, I feel like I'm gonna like her less later on, but she also came around a little bit towards the end for me.
She went through a metamorphosis where in the next book it feels like a completely different character, where Feyre has completely grown in an opposite direction.
I mean, the story has a lot of like elements of other stories. I mean this in a really good way. It's not like groundbreaking in that sense.
Okay, that's fair.
That sounds like a bad thing, but I mean in like a really good way.
Well, okay, what would you say was a groundbreaking story?
I don't know.
Midnight Mass.
I also didn't dislike Tim.
Everybody loves Tamlin in the first book.
I thought you didn't like him.
No, everyone likes him. Everyone likes him in the first book. Everyone likes him in the first book.
I thought you didn't like him at all.
He's a likable character in the first book. You just overlook the red flags until you read the second book, and then you think, oh my god, he is every toxic man relationship that you've ever been in as a woman. And you just don't know it yet.
In the beginning, I don't know if I already said this in the video, because whatever. But
yeah, we've done a few clips where they just got deleted.
Okay, it's Beauty and the Beast. And I was like, okay, we're kind of going away from that. Towards the end, when you find out what the curse is and the details of the curse, it's like, okay, no, this is just Beauty and the Beast. Okay.
Once she goes up to the mountain,
so
it's a completely different thing.
That stuff's more of the hero's journey thing.
Yeah.
So like, Beauty and the Beast doesn't really have a hero's journey.
Yeah, not really.
But in general, like, okay, the thing I was saying is that this is definitely like a story that appeals to females, to girls more, to women.
Females.
Yeah, what should I call them? Women? To women more?
Chicks.
And it's because it is the Beauty and the Beast thing, which is like
the most told and retold story.
Well, but it's also
ever.
the most basic female fantasy, romantically.
Statistically. Like, you didn't just say that just to say that. Like, it is a statistic thing that we have found.
By that same logic, I think that's why not as many males enjoy it. Men.
You don't know that?
I thought the hero journey part of the story was great. And it's a great story and all that. And then that fantasy of that, it was like, I get it. I get why it's appealing. Don't do much for me.
There are plenty of retellings of Beauty and the Beast and Hades and Persephone and Bella and Edward, even if you want to go there. They're like the original Bella and Edward was Winona Ryder and Gary Oldman in Bram Stoker's Dracula. Like it's there are no new stories. Everything is a retelling of a retelling of a retelling. But it's what you can make with it. It's that Sarah J. Maas took, okay, I'm going to start it off like this because that's what might get people to dip their toe into it. I'm going to build this world that is so rich, that is so dynamic. And a lot of people say, like, oh, she doesn't have much world building. Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
Yeah, no complaints there.
What are you even talking about? Did you read it? How did you feel about the sex scenes? Because that is something that this is advertised on TikTok. Not advertised by the writer, but advertised on TikTok as fairy porn. And I have an issue with that.
For women that are looking for something that's spicy,
Okay.
I think they'll find that very fulfilling in that sense.
even though it was literally like
Yes.
3 pages in
Because the whole
a book that's
but because the whole story leads to that, and that's the whole thing that women like. It's like it's
we
not
like the slow burn. You need to earn it.
you could, from that level of analysis, you could say yes, the whole book is a lead up to that, and then you could say it's very important.
Yeah, but there are plenty of like YA stories where it's a closed door sex scene and you don't get to see much. It's just like the morning after type of bliss. That's what's described. It's not like graphic or anything like that. I think I saw somebody on TikTok do the actual math of A Court of Mist and Fury, and she said there was like less than 3% of the whole book is actually the graphic element. Like, you know, the chapter 55, you know what pages I'm talking about. That only about like 3 to 5%, something like that. Like a really, really small, insignificant amount. It's just that that's what we remember because, like you just said, that's what the whole story is leading up to a little bit. That's what you want out of it. So that's what you remember because they're like the big milestones that happens from one book to the next. So I can appreciate that as well. But Pablo doesn't really like
Well, I found that
when it's graphically explained in a book.
And not because I was like, oh my god, it's so disturbing, the graphics of the description. I don't know how this will come across, but the best way I can describe it is I was bored. The hero journey on it, I thought it was really solid. I thought it was a really good story.
Are you willing to read the second one? Because honestly, that is where it gets so much better.
Yeah.
I think after you read the second one, you're going to want to read the third one because it's the conclusion of the trilogy.
Oh, I also thought this was like perfectly fine standalone. Like this could, I don't think this needs a follow-up at all.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Are you going to keep driving? Okay, bye. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like this video if you liked and subscribe for more, probably not too many traveling videos, but maybe in the future. Alright, stay lost, keep reading. I have to go check out now. Bye!
Oh no, you blocked it.
Oh.